Yo guys, what's up? So today we are back in the Isle and we are the what? What? Whoa! I didn't expect that sound to come out. Okay. All right. Wait. Okay, I was really worried for a second. I was kind of worried they might have changed the sounds to something I wouldn't have liked. Oh, everyone replied. Hi. How's everyone doing? Don't mind me. I'm just... I can't believe that pathetic sound came out of this huge thing. Holy shit. So... today we are the friendly little Acrocanthosaurus. With a pathetic F call. And... I have a bunch of stuff to show you guys. I had a Skype call with Dondi, and I have bad news about the Subtisso, by the way. Not bad news that it's not worst case news, it's just bad news. But, I was in a Skype call with Dondi, and he gave me a ton of inside information that I'm going to give you guys over the course of a couple videos. I think this one I'm going to have on humans and that stuff. Possibly some dinosaur changes and animations. Then I have another one on something else, I think? Possibly? And I do think I have a preview to show you guys, too, of the Redwood Forest. I know what's wrong. I know what's missing. It's the light shafts and some depth of field or some shit or AA something, whatever it is. I'm not a designer, or I'm not a dev, so I don't know what the hell it is, but I have that stuff to show you. I'm wondering where everyone is because there's people on the server, but I don't know where the hell they went to hide. I actually want to kind of do progression on this guy, but I spawned in at 1 out of 1, and I wanted to grow. Oh well, no matter. But I have a bunch of stuff to show you guys anyways, and the bad news about the Subtisso Rex is that it's canceled. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm actually kind of scared to leave that in the video because someone might misinterpret it and be like, oh my god, it's over. No, it's not canceled. The issue we have is it's not a Tisso. It's not a Subtisso. What do I mean by that? I spoke to Donnie about it because he knows very well about the mod and the creature and all that stuff, and he said that the Tisso has been overhauled and it is no longer the concept that I know of. He couldn't even tell me. He couldn't even tell me what the Subtisso or what the Tisso was going to be. Like, it's completely changed. So the concept that you guys have right now of the Subtisso, or the Tisso, I mean, is completely outdated. It's been changed entirely, I believe, both aesthetically and its traits. So, we don't have a Subtisso Rex anymore. I don't know what we can call this. I don't know if we can make a new strain name for it, or a new substrain, maybe just call it a mutated Rex? I don't know. I need you guys right now because I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to call this thing because I suck with names, okay? I suck with names. Emily Stepp is the one that came up with Subtisso because it was like a half strain. And now I don't even have that, which is a problem. Hey, look, I'm going to tussle with the big guys. We get a Rex and a Spino. He doesn't have a name, which is kind of scary. Why are they all up right here? I'm going to question anyways. Cool story, bro. But yeah, we don't have a Subtisso anymore. We only have a sub something. You guys leave name suggestions below. The coolest one will get it. Nothing edgy, obviously, because I want it to be an edgy creature. Ooh, hi. Edgy creature. But, I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed because I wanted to be a Tisso. But I mean, if we keep it the same way, it's not going to look like a Tisso, which is a problem for me. I don't like that idea. I really don't like that idea. You guys leave a name suggestion down below, I guess, for what we'll actually call it. I want it to be a strain. Definitely a strain. Must be a strain. We have Hypo, Neuro, and Tisso. We don't know what Tisso is anymore, which kind of sucks. So maybe make up a fourth strain name or something, like I don't know, a mod name or something. I don't know. You guys, I'm going to leave the ball in your court for that one because I don't even know what to do. I'm looking at this acro walk through this forest, and it's beautiful. I'm so giant. Not as big as a Rex. It's almost like this guy is a very agile version of the Rex. Nice. Version of the Rex. The Rex is so big and clunky trying to get around, and the stam goes down so fast, it doesn't sit well with me. I don't like playing the Rex, really, to be honest with you. Like, it's cool to be a total badass and destroy the world, but it's not very fun to destroy the world one tiny step at a time where you can't even keep up with things. Hi. I really feel like the Acro's F call needs something, because I don't like it. It sounds like the old Anki call, to be honest with you, kind of, like mixed in this somehow. Yeah, it kind of sounds like the old Anki call. I don't know. I'm not big on it. I like this, though. Get away. Chew. Biting my ankles. Funny thing, for those of you that didn't play the Isle, circa 7 months ago, the Herrera could kill the Acro. It would stack bleed. It would keep up. Come here. You see what I mean? Like, this is... Look at these guys. Next level impossible to hit. Such antagonists. Oh, you know. Oh, I got him. Around here somewhere. I don't think I want to deal with the Stego. Screw it. We're not going to deal with the Stego, because that bleed sounds dangerous. Actually, I've watched the Stego take on like 3 Acros. So I already know it's going to be a bad time. Ooh. Oh, he's doing his attack. Wait, what did he do? Did you break your leg? How did you... What? What did you break your leg on? What? Is there a hump over here that he broke his leg on? I don't see anything you want to break it. What? I'm so lost. Ooh. I want to get around that tail. He hits me once, it's going to be a lot of bleed. Come here, little guy. I'm going to try and go in for this side. I think what I'll do is I will fake going on this side and go on the other side. So when he swipes... There's a tree there, bud. You're going to... Yep, there you go. Yeah, I'll fake going for this tree and I'll go around. This tree, this side, damn it. Ooh. Ooh, he's hiding. Hiding around this. He's scarred up too. Look at that. Ooh, nope. Oh god, you're gonna get hit, dude. You're getting hit. Ooh. Nope. What? Wrong side, dude. Still walking around. He's bloody as hell too. I bet he has a lot of bleed. He's gonna be real hurt. I want to go through that. I'll get stuck. Oh, he just died. Wow, he just... What the hell? Trying to do some free dancing or some shit. Nice. All right. So I think it's good to move into the chat I had with Dondi. Yeah, I'm gonna move into that now, and then we will come back from that in a little bit. All right. All right.
It was, the bunker came out like way before we even had like a full like even releasable thing that we could have put out in November, which November was still far before what we wanted to release in terms of content and quality. But one of the main things that we were doing was taking any and all assets that we could find from the marketplace and constructing an indoor environment. We had an idea of what we wanted outside already. Like we'd seen Crisis. There's a million and one references because you can go, oh, Jurassic Park, oh, The Lost World, so on and so forth, and you've got an idea of the type of nature environment you want. And in terms of the graphics, we just looked at Crisis and we said if we couldn't do it this well, I mean, let's just not let's not fucking make a game. So we had already had that put together, and the bunker was about as close as we had found to anything that looked even remotely horror related. Now, mind you, all the stuff in the bunker screenshots that I'm showing you on my screen is because they have a post processing effect that edits stuff pretty heavily. Um, and it just captured a pretty decent claustrophobic feel, and it was the perfect size for the Ostroraptor. So we went ahead and just kind of we used the default scene. Like you can see, the picture here is where we had the raptor set up for the calls, and we didn't even have uh, a sound guy on the game yet. We had just met Patrick, and Patrick put those raptor sounds together in 5 minutes. And he was like, "Well, here's the raptor sounds," and I was like, "Yep, that's good enough." And we did a bunch of stuff actually for recording. I think we recorded like maybe I'd say about 10, 15 minutes of footage and had Patrick put together the stuff that didn't look totally horseshit tier. You know, I wonder how many people are gonna confuse that and go, "He said horseshit again, meta jokes." But we had the humans running around and their guns didn't actually work. The raptor worked, and the way the raptor worked, I think it's even in like the last frame of the bunker, you can see where it goes to bite a guy, and the dude like instantly starts to ragdoll. But the raptor itself couldn't be killed.
I
The
remember that. I
raptor
mentioned
like
that in the video I did.
yeah, the raptor couldn't be killed. The bullets just went through him because the anyone who has the dev kit will see that all of our dinosaurs are rotated 90 degrees in all of the blueprints, and they're all rotated 90 degrees because of the way that we initially wrote movement for the animals and trying to get their turning working in the earliest iterations of the game. Um, all of the animals, I think you actually started playing when we still had this issue. All the animals, when you stopped moving, would make this really hard pinwheel um, right turn, and they wouldn't actually turn. It would just play the animation and they'd snap back to idle. And so we had that error in this video, and I shit you not, that is the only reason the Ostroraptor doesn't stop moving or at any point is shown to be stop moving on the camera. He's always already in the idle position, or he's walking forward or moving forward. And he doesn't stop, and we had to work around that, and it sucked. But the bunker itself is probably the only example I can give people as to what you can expect, at least in a purely indoor environment, not something that's indoor outdoor, but strictly you're not going to find anything large in there kind of thing. We probably will not use the same. We might use some of these same assets, like the piping and the wiring's nice, but we're not going to use like a vault door, I don't believe. There's nothing in the story as to why we would have a vault door. There's no bunker that would make sense in the story or the island right now. I mean, like, I know that you know things that other people don't, and you know what to expect in some general form, but all in all, this was just the first iteration for us. We wanted something that could be genuinely intimidating outside. Uh, Nature itself only gets but so scary. I mean, if people can get startled by Slender the Eight Pages, which is literally don't turn around and you win the game, and that had the worst graphics and it just had that little repetitive sound that we were confident we could handle. scaring the shit out of people outside with dinosaurs, and the problem was inside. And um, between myself, um, Deathly, Sledge, we picked this one and we went with it, and we didn't. I don't think there's an overview of it, but I don't think we altered the level at all. We just used it as is. So, I mean, I wouldn't tell anyone to expect to see the bunker in any way, shape, or form like they did in that video, because we put it up on YouTube and Kickstarter at the time, which I absolutely hated. Um, but I mean, there will be within the next month, you're going to see the first human set piece in the aisle, if nothing else, by promotional images. And I don't mean 2D art. I mean the uh, the real set pieces that you'll be able to go into, and uh, it'll coincide directly with that stuff that I had referred to you before that I can't tell anyone about, and it'll probably just be in a trailer. So
What about
that's all.
the humans that were in the bunker trailer? Are they reacting the way that the humans in the aisle are gonna react and shit?
What do you mean reacting the way
Like,
that they were
do
going to
they
react?
do
It
they
was
move? I mean like the animations and stuff, and like everything you see in
oh,
the humans. Like, I'm
okay.
assuming what you guys can do now is gonna be way better than what you guys have from like a year or two ago.
The human that we have actually is, believe it or not, here he is, military character Dark.
I remember
We
this,
we
yeah.
yeah, we grabbed the dude and we put him on some pretty standard um animation pack. I forget which one we used. I think it was just like um let me look because I don't want to be wrong. But ugh, running down running down all of it was some basic animation pack. Animation starter pack, I think, is the one. Um, yeah, animation starter pack is what we used. We used it for the basics of making sure we could do what we wanted with the humans at the very, very beginning. Um, Once we got true first person, a little bit of camera stabilization, we got crouching, um, standing, walking, running, and aiming down iron sights while remaining in true first person. It was pretty much the green light that these are the only things we need answered. Everything else we can fix as it comes up. So yes, we have humans, which is why they existed in the bunker video, and then they never existed again up until like 4.14. We put those humans in on the beginning of V4 just to be sure that there was nothing that we missed, and humans worked for a minute. So then we just grabbed them and pulled them back out, and now they're about to get shoved back in with the final uh, the final questions that we want to answer as a development team for the stuff we want to do with people, and then they'll just never be removed again. But they aren't animation wise. They were actually like the worst. Again, like if you go through and you watch the video, you'll notice the way people move. Uh, the animations are played um, all the same in terms of when someone's walking forward. Like when a dinosaur walks forward and turns, you can see that it blends into a turn. When the human walks and moves forward, you don't have that. You have a single forward animation, and humans are going to have like at least 2 to 3 more animations than the dinosaurs will in terms of movement alone. So no, they're not going to work because that was super basic and it was actually like really awful. I want to say in that trailer we had strafe left and strafe right, but I'm not sure. But I know originally when we strafed left and strafed right, it just played the running the run forward jog animation, the one that you can see. This guy here, behind the crouching dude, that was the only animation that really played. Um, because we didn't have the iron sights animation in that trailer playing based off of if the person was actually aiming down iron sights. So they're not going to function in that manner. And more importantly, it's one of those things that I've said from the beginning where the humans themselves are going to be relegated to first person, true first person. You'll never come out of it. And the movement itself is going to most likely have to be altered in the way we handle it, purely because if if we handled it like other games handle the human movement, it'll be a very strong situation of your character won't actually be able to see anything when he's doing an animation. So, oh, he's aiming down iron sights. Yeah, but no, not actually. Like, the animation just has to be good enough for third person, which is what most of these are. So you'll actually be like looking like really cockneyed down the side of your gun. So we'll have to adjust it. The running animations will have to adjust because otherwise when you're running, it's kind of like head bob. You don't notice your own head bob. No one walking around goes, "Oh, I have head bob in real life." Like, so there's a bunch of stuff that we'll have to fix that's different from that trailer. Like, that was so incredibly simple that it's like going from basic addition jumping into like, trigonometry. So they won't operate so simply in the final game.
So basically, TLDR, the humans that you guys are working on now compared to what was in the trailer, you guys have like gold bricks compared to dog shit, basically.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's. Let me find it. I'll just find a very, very easy reference. There should be like rifle mocap, I think it's called. If not, it's just yeah, rifle pro. All right. So if I pull this up, you still see it?
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah. So they're doing their fancy look at us do the whole like circular thing, but there's 100 or so animations in here, if not more. I can't remember. It's a ton. But you have all these different states. You have the rifle at the ready, you have the rifle relaxed there, you have the rifle aiming down sights, then you have all the movement positions that have to be adjusted. And then we have to decide, are we going to do root motion or not? But you have the movement states between walking, jogging, sprinting, the jumps there. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of simple work, but it's still a lot of work. And it's going to get very complicated in terms of the animation sets. Like, the players won't actually even realize, or probably most of them will not even understand the amount of transitions and blending going on between the animations. But the thing is that you're seeing a lot of stuff here for the humans that we don't have for dinosaurs yet, because we've been doing the core features for dinosaurs. So there will be people who are working on the animations you just saw, that's like, idles and just tinkering with your gun, or just otherwise doing something to not just stand there and do nothing at all. Um, Humans will already have that built in. Dinosaurs will be getting it randomly alongside it. And it's just like the transitions there. Dinosaurs don't have that, and the humans will already have it. So there's just a million things that we're going to hook up that are more complicated than the dinosaurs in their animation blueprint. Um, but they have to be able to do everything that a player would need them to do while being in true first person. If you take cover, you're not going to see around that corner unless you put your head out. But you don't want to, you don't want to do like a Time Crisis arcade game where instead of you want to look out, oh yeah, here's my whole body and I'm aiming at you kind of thing. Like, you just want to poke your head out. So we're going to have to include leaning forward, putting your head around the corner to see around it. States for leaning to the left and leaning to the right and looking up, kind of like an Alien Isolation, where you can push yourself up as Ripley and look over objects, and that stuff doesn't exist yet. So we're gonna have to create it, and that's for every state. Prone, crouch, standing, and then of course we're gonna try and do some stuff where there's an intermediary in between standing and crouch. There's an intermediary in between crouching and proning. Kind of like Arma 3 has, I think, like 8 states from standing normally all the way down to prone, because I think they have something lower than prone where they like lay on their sides and aim and put the gun almost parallel directly on top of the ground. So no, I wouldn't consider anything that you see in the bunker trailer representative of the humans, beyond they will be a human and they will have a gun, but they won't move anything like that, anything so haphazardly. Everything has to be very on point for humans, or they don't work at all. If you do not have your gun aimed at the right position, like, that's the difference between shooting you know, on target and then 15 feet left of your target just because the animation's off. Humans need to be handled extremely carefully, because the game as it stands, even if we completed dinosaurs, let's say and dinosaurs are done. We have all the stuff that we need for dinosaurs. The introduction of the first human into the game drastically changes every dinosaur's survival patterns. What is now necessary for them to survive? What can possibly kill them? A single human can bring down any dinosaur in the game with the right equipment, and making sure that loot tables are set up and divided based on how many humans are online, and in updating and maintaining that as humans come on and offline to the server, or if a dinosaur dies and turns into a human, or a human goes to dinosaur, is going to be extremely delicate and difficult to do. And the first introductions are not going to be something that players lightly get a presence of. It's not going to be like, oh, you're playing the same game and you might hear some gunshots off in the distance. It's going to radically change the environment as a whole, because your tyrannosaurs, your large packs of animals, high-powered rifle is going to bring one of them down of their own, you know, single solid entity. As you can see, he's small, and this can thwart a sauropod. It does everything. Oh, you want to see a funsy? You can't show your stream this, but I can show you a funsy.
Alrighty, so that is it for that video. Thank you, Adobe, for saving that. I have footage here that I cannot show you now, but I do have a bunch more clips, but if I was to put them into this video, it would be astronomically large, so I will not do that, and I'll spare you guys the wasted time of waiting around to see some of the bits, and I'll cut down through it, and maybe tomorrow or the day after I'll actually go over it. But that's it for this video. It is 3:30 in the morning and I'm working on this shit. Nice. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below on everything you've seen here. We got to see a lot of the stuff that's going to go into humans. The animations are going to be amazing, and I'm hoping I see humans really soon. Gonna be pretty hyped to play as a human and shoot some of you guys. But either way, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.